Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. So I do want to make sure that I let Sierra Freeman 596 and Mommy Basics. I need to let y'all know I still have not heard from y'all. Y'all are the only two that I have not been able to give you your cash winnings. So again, if you are Mommy Basics and Sierra Freeman 596, make sure you comment under this video and leave your cash app so I can give you your winnings. But again, congratulations to everyone who did win in the giveaway. Y'all, I am pretty much multitasking. I am literally sitting under a dryer because well, it's not a dryer, it's more like a heating cap. These things are awesome. But I'm doing a hot oil treatment right now on my hair. But I did want to go ahead and put this video out here because I do have some more schoolwork that I have to focus on. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. So there's a few videos that I need to add to this because I'm trying to get all caught up. There's a lot going on here. And I'm pretty sure y'all are aware of the conversations that Olivia is now having where she's back in church and she's trying to get her life together, trying to reset her channel. We're going to get into all of this, and I'm going to give y'all my honest feelings on all of this, as I always do. So let's jump right in.
Hi, babe.
Hey, what's up, Liv?
Hi, how are you?
So I got a question. You say you answering all questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why are you so mad with Jasmine so-called leaking your address? I don't think she leaked it. She just kind of don't have them all, so she exposed too much. Yeah. But you purposely exposed me address with her and her kids where they lay their head at as a mother. So why are you so upset with Jasmine when you did the same thing?
Do you guys have proof of me leaking an address?
Yeah, you had it on your Instagram story. I'm not like a weirdo where I screenshot y'all shit, but yeah, I seen it.
I know, but I need to see it to know.
I know you need to see it, but I have seen it. Like, I have no reason to lie. It's not that deep.
So it was very convenient of Olivia to not want to answer the question because, she wanted to make it seem like she needed proof, even though she know that's what she did. And I did show y'all in the last video where Ming basically addressed this on her channel, and she showed the screenshots herself. So that was definitely in the last video where I showed that. So we know for a fact that Olivia did do that. And it's always, her trying to justify, although she tries to make it seem like everybody else is trying to justify stuff, but she never takes accountability. And it's like, when I heard her respond this way, it's really giving this is why she does delete her stuff. She'll say things on her community posts, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. She'll say things and then she'll hurry up and delete it. Or, she'll put these videos out on YouTube and hurry up and delete it. Because in her mind, she feels like if I delete it, then I can basically argue against, somebody telling me that this is what I said or this is what I did. Although people are taking screenshots of your stuff. People are screen recording your stuff because they know how you move. And like I said, it's really giving. This is why she deletes the stuff she does, because she's hoping that you can't prove, what she's doing and what she's saying. But I will say when it comes to what Candy just said, I disagree. As far as her calling people weirdos that take screenshots, because, she was like, I'm not one of those that take screenshots of your stuff, because I'm not a weirdo. I mean, can some people who do that be weirdos? I guess. But if you're looking at it from the standpoint of doing commentary on her, you have to do that because that's how you're gathering your information so you can properly commentate on it. So, yeah, I definitely have to make sure I take screenshots of things or I'm screen recording things because Olivia definitely loves to hide behind the things that she says and does. And if you don't do that, she will definitely tell you she didn't do it.
But, I just watch this shit be independent when I'm off work. It's not that deep. But I just find it crazy because you literally leaked the girl address and ain't care.
I'm going to say I did anything without proof that I did it. So can I see that I did it?
But you know you did it. Like, we seen it.
I don't know I did anything. Where's the proof that I did that?
Okay, so I ain't gonna go back and forth. If you say you didn't, but I seen you do it. I have no reason to lie. We both grown women. I get that you get paid from this, so you gonna put on, but you did. And that was very bad because she have kids just like you have kids. So it's like you expect for people to respect you, your kids, your boundaries and all that, but you don't do that with no other female on this app, and that's why nobody likes you.
And there was no lie told right here. I mean, Candy basically said everything that I know I've said, and I know a lot of you have said as well. So there was definitely nothing right here that Candy said that I disagree with. It's extremely weird for Olivia to always want to come on here and make it seem like people are bothering her. They're talking about her kids are off limits, but she goes all the way in, pedal to the metal, like she said, and she has no problems with it at all.
Proof of what I supposedly did, so I can talk on it. But any more questions?
Yeah. So you said you have a lot of generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
But why didn't you use that generational wealth like you're doing with the house and car? You're supposed to do all this updates in the future, your body, but you didn't fight for your kids. You say you only need $400. What's up with that?
Huh? You said you've been watching for a long time, so you saw me talk about that already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
so I'm just saying, why you didn't use that generational wealth to fight for your kids?
I've already talked on that. Do you remember me saying what I said? Do you remember everything else?
I mean, but you say you asking questions, you answering questions, so I'm.
Like I said, I've already spoke on that. You said you've been watching for how long you've been watching. I don't know how long you've been watching. You look like you've been watching for a while. So
not really.
If you've been watching for so long, you should already know why I didn't fight for my kids.
I mean, this was a great point to make because I know we've talked about it over here. You know, Olivia came on here, tried to make it seem like, you know, she has generational wealth. But yet, you know, she was also coming on here talking about how she needed a lawyer. And she was, you know, starting up GoFundMe's for a lawyer. And then come to find out, you know, she ended up telling the people that the reason why she lost custody of her children is because she didn't have $400. So I'm not sure if Olivia has had another type of conversation pertaining to why she did not fight for custody. I don't know if I missed that live. If y'all are privy to this, please let me know in the comment section below. But she's trying to make it seem like right here, like she's talked about this. You know, she's had a whole conversation about it. And the only thing that I can recall her saying about this is, you know, her saying that Gerard took her kids from her. And Gerard, you know, had money and she didn't. She made a mistake in trying to defend herself and not, you know, have a lawyer. Like, these are the things that I recall, but nothing to the fact of me being like, you know, oh, okay, that's why she didn't fight for her kids. Like, it's really not giving that. Again, I may have missed something along the way. That's possible. But I think what Candy was asking her, I think that was legit. And of course, you know, Olivia, you know, she always has to deflect and try to make it seem like what this girl is saying made no sense, but it made all the sense in the world. It made all the sense in the world. And this is why Olivia can't really have a real conversation with anybody, because she does not want to have to own up to the stuff that she says on here and the things she does.
So, any more questions?
Why do you keep muting my mic?
I muted it once.
Okay. Well, anyways, the reason why you act very entitled. You're very narcissistic. I'm just gonna pinpoint what the people say and how I feel too as well.
How do I act entitled?
You act very entitled.
How?
How you act with your baby daddy Gerard. You make it that man came up here like 1 or 2 times to speak on you, but yet you keep speaking on him.
Yeah, that's my baby daddy. I'll speak on him whenever I want. You got kids, right? You got kids, right?
You keep muting my mic, baby. It's not gonna work.
Kids? I hear some kids in the background. You got kids? There you go. You got kids. So who's gonna tell you when you cannot talk about your baby daddy? Who's gonna tell you? Nobody, right? Exactly. And nobody's gonna tell you.
Is my mic muted?
No, I can hear you. But who's gonna tell you can't talk about your baby daddy? Who?
It's the difference when you get on here belittling and degrading a man. You degrading his sexuality and all.
I asked
and you just got on here.
I asked you a question. Who's gonna tell you cannot talk about your baby daddy? Who?
I'm not on here to answer questions, but you said we are here to ask you questions, right? We asking you questions, right? I'm just trying to get an understanding.
Question, honey bun. We're having a conversation.
Listen, I would. Well, one thing, if I'm beefing with my baby daddy, which is my husband of 20 plus years, baby. If I was to get on here and say anything about my man or my husband or my baby dad or whatever, especially if it's not in my life, I would never degrade him because that's nobody's business what he got going on. What y'all got going on.
Y'all already see what I do, and that's how I'm.
Exactly, but that's why I'm just saying. Listen, that's why you don't have a relationship with him. That's why he doesn't.
Wait.
See, this right here is an example of what I be saying. See, Olivia thought that she could run that with this woman because she thought that this woman was a certain type of woman. See, Olivia did not expect for this woman to tell her that she was married and that she's been married for over 20 years. Olivia did not expect to hear that because she definitely does, critique women. She thinks that she can look at you and tell what type of person you are. Or just based off of her hearing you speak, she thinks that she knows the type of woman you are. And this is where Olivia falls flat on her face every single time because she cannot comprehend that there are a lot of women who watch her life and what she shows on here is actually doing better than her. And the question that Candy asked her was, again, very valid. Because I don't understand why Olivia thinks that it is okay for her to drag this man, degrade him, just speak all types of filth on this man, dragging his character, dragging his reputation on the internet, and she thinks she can do it just because that's her baby daddy. Like, it really speaks to who this woman is. Because no woman in their right mind is going to do some mess like that. So when she asks Candy, don't you think you have the right to speak on your baby daddy anytime you want? I loved Candy's response. If I'm going through something with my baby father, why would I get on the internet to speak about it? It is nobody else's business but mine and his. And that's true. But see, Olivia don't even have to have a problem going on. She just gets on here and drags this man for no reason.
How do you know I don't have a relationship with him? Huh? Oh, okay, because y'all don't know shit. Exactly. Thank you. Y'all don't know shit. Y'all don't know shit. But we're not talking about Gerard. This is not about Gerard.
And this right here makes me question a whole lot. Now, we know Olivia gets on here and lie, but I have to look at the possibility of what Olivia just said right here. She said, how do you know me and Gerard don't have a relationship? Now, I know I'm not even going to say I know. I feel she was hinting to the fact that they do have a relationship that is somewhat friendly. And if that is true, that would definitely explain some things for me. Because I have very much been scratching my head trying to figure out why Gerard has been moving the way he's been moving. It just doesn't make sense. If he's seeing what we're seeing, it doesn't make sense why he's moving the way he's moving. Now, I can get the fact that Gerard is doing what he's doing solely for the children. He thinks he's doing what's best for them by allowing the children to continue to go over to their mother's home. I can look at it from that perspective and say, you know what, that can make sense too. But I'm very much curious by this statement here because I just feel like I don't know, y'all. Like, I'm really trying to understand who Gerard is as a person. I don't understand how he moves the way he does. And this woman for years has said all types of things about him. She has spoken on his sexuality. She has, said that he is physically abusing the children. She has talked a lot about this man as far as his past, his relationship with his family. I'm sure intimate moments that he has had with her where he's opened up and shared things. This woman has came on here and shared that with the whole internet. The disrespect It's like I don't understand it. And like, look, I'm all for trying to uh, turn the other cheek, if you will. But I just feel like in the manner in how this woman has distributed herself on this platform and how she has broadcasted her feelings, just whatever she wants to say with no filter when it comes to Gerard and his family. This woman has said it, and she did not have no remorse. The way she drags her children into it and throws her children under the bus just to get back at him, it says a lot. And for us to see this play out year after year after year after year after year, and this man is still moving the way he's moving, I don't know, y'all. I don't understand it. But I'm very curious if what Olivia just said right here is true. I'm curious. I mean, like I said, don't look. I know this woman lies. And she very much could have said that just to try to, throw a little monkey wrench out there. But it is something to give pause to, for sure. But to the commenter who put that on the screen talking about Gerard degraded himself, how did he degrade himself? Now, I know Gerard has done some sketchy stuff as well, but he didn't put his stuff on the internet. Olivia did. So how would you even know this man degraded himself if it wasn't for Olivia coming on here and running this man's business the way she did? Like, your supporters are so disrespectful. It just makes sense why you have the type of people rallying on the side of you the way that you do.
Oh gosh, you guys. I know you guys are right. You guys are all very right. It's so hard. It's so hard to. It'll be hard, but I'm gonna try. I'm going to try. I'm gonna do better. Okay, I'm going to do better because you guys heard me on my last live. I'm serious about going back to school. I am serious about that. I'm just waiting until I'm trying to get things done, and then I'm gonna start back to school. And I mean that for real. I've said that a lot of times. I know, but for real. So with that, and I'm just trying to get better for myself, for my kids, and I have to just stay strong. It's hard, but I'm trying. No, don't do that, Papa. Don't do that. So I love you guys, and I appreciate, honestly, I am shocked by the support because I do get support, but like to get so much support, like publicly, I guess you could say, like you guys are actually like you guys are actually like really nice to me. Like I appreciate that because most of the time everybody is against me. You know what I mean? Like everybody is usually against me. Whatever, but
I mean, I just feel like at this point, Olivia, you really need to pick a struggle. Either you care about what people think of you and how they feel about you, or you don't. Because you always come on here talking about, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. But it really shows that it does bother you that a lot of people don't like you. And if that really does bother you, why do you come on here acting like the villain? And you do it when it's not even necessary. You do it because that is what you enjoy doing. So it can't be you like being a bully, you like being the villain, you like being the big bad wolf, but then you are in your feelings when you get the pushback and you get the results that comes with that territory. It's just very strange that you operate the way you do, and it's like you don't understand for some reason why things are playing out the way that they are. But I didn't cover this live, but yeah, Olivia just brought up again that she says she now wants to go back to school. And she's trying to convince her supporters that she means it this time. She really does want to, change her life and do what she should have done to begin with, a long time ago. And so it's like every year, this is what we hear. But for her sake and for the sake of her children, I really do hope that she means what she says because, like you said, you're getting older. And you are literally about to be 35. You are not getting any younger. And at some point, Olivia, you are going to have to do better. Like, you cannot just come on here and just talk a good game, but you're going to have to actually put forth the action because it's pretty much the same year after year. So we'll see how this goes. But I don't know. When it comes to the people that watch her, I can only imagine how they're feeling, because I'm sure they've been trying to be patient with her in, making the changes she keeps promising them she's going to do. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out.
And we'll talk later, okay? Thank you guys for supporting. It's been a long ride. I didn't know that today was going to be one of these days, but it was. And anybody who's wondering about his eye, he's going to the doctor tomorrow. I don't know what it is. I thought it was a sty, but he is prone to these things. So, I don't know. A boil? Maybe it's a boil? I don't know. He's going to stop touching it. He's going to the doctor tomorrow after bacon. Okay? I'm going to take care. Yeah, so tell him bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say thank you for watching. And let me also say this, just trying to be like a bigger person. Like, I am sorry if I've offended other women. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. It was not my intention. Like, my intention is not to hurt people. And it's true, hurt people do hurt people. So I've been so freaking hurt that I do, I guess, try to hurt people. But it's not what I want to do. We might just need to take a break or something. That's never my intention, bro. And then if I'm nice, you have to understand this, y'all. If I'm nice, I'm perceived as weak. If I'm mean, then I'm the bitch. So it's like, where do I fall? You feel me? But I'm trying. Okay. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Thank you.
So, Olivia said that if she has offended anyone, she apologizes because it was not her intention to do so. There's a lot I can say here. I'm going to try to condense it because, I really try to look at everything before I say anything on the matter. I just, again, even with her showing emotion and, crying towards the end of this, it's hard to sympathize with her because I feel like she's going off an emotion that is not connecting to what she's saying right here. Meaning, throughout this panel, there were people who were literally trying to give her there was one individual that was really trying to give her some constructive criticism. She was coming from an unbiased point of view. And the other females that was on her panel were pretty much just co-signing everything that Liv says and does. Okay? But I feel like even with this person that I'm speaking of and the Candy, the lady whose name was Candy, when you couple those two individuals that was really giving her some real straightforward truth that she did not want to acknowledge, and she didn't know how to combat it because it's hard to speak. It's hard to try to justify your wrong behavior when you're confronted with truth. Okay? I feel like it was the emotion behind how it felt for her. Having to come face to face with that truth is what brought the emotion. I don't feel the emotion itself was connected to what she said as far as how it's not her intention to offend people. And I say that because Olivia outright offends people. She talks so bad about people. And she talks so gutter about people's children. How in the world can you do that and say that you have no problems going there, but then in the next breath say, it's not my intention to offend people? Like, you literally came on this internet and created a whole lie that revolves around innocent children. You telling me that was not your intention to do that? You very much intended to do that. And you continue to do that just a few days before you came on this live crying the way you're doing. You intended to get Jasmine in trouble based on things that you know you started. And you wanted to run to the police because you got pushback that you didn't like, but you started it. You're telling me you didn't intend to do that? It wasn't in your intention to play dirty. It's just weird to me. It's very weird. It's really giving that this is another version of Olivia that we're witnessing. This actually may be Olivia that we're watching, and the other personalities that we've seen is somebody else. This may actually be who she is, but the other versions that we have witnessed, it don't match up. And for that, I can't sympathize. I can't, because it's not coming across as being authentic. You know specifically what you have done to offend certain individuals. And if you really are sorry about that, you would apologize openly to those people. I can't, y'all. I just can't. I'm just being honest.
So I'm really excited for this year. I hope you guys are excited for this year. I know that my channel is changing, and I kind of have no control over that, you guys. I'm just going with the flow, and so much has happened. Like I said, AJ has officially started daycare. He's doing really good. His dad and I are really happy that he's in daycare, and it's going great. It's going super good, and he loves it, so that's a good thing.
So y'all know Olivia likes to throw up old videos. The fact that she said AJ officially started daycare, I believe this is an old vlog that she put out on last Thursday. Because I remember doing a video towards the end of January where she basically was saying that AJ had just started daycare. So I believe this vlog is probably about a month old. Yeah, it's about a month old today. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there.
Oh, I'm starting some more stuff over here on this channel, which you guys will see very soon. If you guys have not seen before this is out, which you probably will see what I'm talking about first. So let me just say, I'm starting up a podcast with my mom and my sister, which is going to be super exciting. And yeah, guys, just a lot of growth and elevation for this year, and a lot of change. I want a lot of change for myself and for my family and for my kids. I want to do better. I sincerely do, and I'm going to. Not too much talking, just a lot more action on my part.
I mean, y'all, I think this is pretty interesting that she wants to all of a sudden do a podcast with her sister and with her mom. Y'all know I have basically started a podcast with my best friend, and we are going to be doing another video soon, so be looking out for that. But I just think it's interesting that now, of all the years she's been on her channel, now she wants to do a podcast with her family. And I think it's interesting also for the simple fact I had recently put out a video where I was basically questioning whether or not her mother or her sister really cares about her. Because I was very much confused by the fact that with everything that Olivia has done on this internet, the way she has talked bad about people and their children and has done just the utmost, when it comes to how a person can literally crash out on this internet, they have been very quiet. Like extremely quiet. And I questioned that. I questioned how is it that a mother and a sister who is supposed to love and care for, their daughter and their sister, why would they not say anything? Why is she still on this internet doing the stuff she's doing and they're not saying anything? And I think it's interesting too for the simple fact, when I uploaded that video, a day or 2 days later, here comes Raquel going live again. And I'm not quite understanding the motive behind why she all of a sudden is trying to pop back out onto the internet. It's very weird. But, even with her mom is trying to pop back out and do little videos. So it's very interesting to watch, and it will definitely give me a lot of insight. If they actually do this podcast, I mean, please believe I will definitely be watching, because I want to see what the dynamic is. I want to get a feel of what is really the situation between all three of them. So yeah, that would definitely be interesting if she actually follows through with this. But we know how Olivia is. She will throw ideas out there and really don't do anything to go forward in it. So we shall see. But yeah, very interesting.
And yeah, you guys, we're all getting older. I'm almost 35. I'm going to be 35 this year. Can you believe it? I'm going to be 35. So, yeah, I mean, I can't deny that with age comes growth and maturity, obviously, right? So I really think I'm just going through like some type of evolution myself, and the people that are around me in this moment.
I mean, that's not all the way true, Olivia. With age, it should come with growth and maturity, but that doesn't always happen because it's the person who has to make sure they're doing what they need to do to acquire growth and maturity. It don't just automatically, download in you once you hit another age. No, that's not how that works. It's all about you doing what you need to do to make sure you're walking in that growth and maturity. Because you got 50, 60, 70-year-old men and women that are just stunted in growth and maturity. They are the same person they was when in their early 20s, and they just literally went through life never learning at all. I mean, I know y'all have seen some mean old men and women, and that's what that looks like on the other side of it when you go through life and you don't try to be better. You just remain the same. But Olivia, you have to put in the work, girl, if you really want to grow in maturity and to just grow in general.
I see you. So it's a good thing. I'm going to keep praying on it, praying for myself, praying for the people around me, praying for the people that I care about, for my kids, and for you guys. I hope that you guys have an amazing year this year. Mommy, I'm hungry. Okay. I hope that you guys have an amazing year this year and you guys get everything that your heart desires. I feel like just pray about it. You want something, you want to get something done, you need help in some area of your life, just pray on it. Stay consistent with prayer, stay consistent with God. That's another thing. I found a church that I want to go check out, and we will be doing that this weekend. So I'm excited to do that too, and just get closer to God and just continue down this road of self-healing and self-growth. That's what 2025 is about. And whatever happens. Whatever God sees fit in my life will happen. And yeah.
First off, I am very much bothered by the fact that it seems almost every time you cut that camera on, AJ is saying, I'm hungry. I'm very much bothered by that. I feel like before you go live, before you record, Olivia, you need to make sure your kids are fed so that that's not something that we are hearing on the other side of the camera. Because you were the one who came on here saying that, we've never heard a child say they're hungry over there, and all these other things you said we've never seen and heard. But we're definitely hearing a lot where AJ is saying he's hungry. So please make sure you're taking care of that before you cut the camera on. The other thing that I would say is you said that, you should just pray about it first. I'm trying to figure out where did this newfound revelation come? Because you were just on here, literally just on here, just acting a fool, just saying all kind of stuff. I mean, of course you deleted it, but you were saying a whole lot of stuff, and now you want to give advice and tell people that whatever you're going through, just pray about it. Well, why didn't you take your own advice, Olivia? Why have you been on this internet crashing out, just completely just being a menace, and you haven't been doing that? You haven't been taking it to the Lord in prayer. You've been out here just lashing out on everybody. Yeah, it's a no for me. I'm not feeling what you're giving, but I'm gonna let you continue to talk.
So I love you guys. Big prayers and love goes out to everybody who is still rocking with me on this channel. I love y'all, and thank you so much for your support. And You know, you guys, I have a lot of supporters who have supported me since day one. I know who y'all are, and I love you guys, and I thank you guys so much for your support, like really from the bottom of my heart. My life has been a lot. I've displayed a lot on this platform, things that I'm not proud of, things that I wish I could take back, but I can't. And it's all about just learning, living and learning. You know, you go through things. You okay? You go through things, and most of the time it's put in your path to teach you. You know, so the smart people who catch on, they learn. And hopefully they don't repeat the same mistakes, and I don't plan on doing that. You know, I don't plan on doing that. I want to learn from my mistakes.
So is this your way of admitting to the fact that you're not smart? Because you said smart people learn from their mistakes and they don't repeat it. I mean, that can't be you, because you have repeatedly came on this internet and done the exact same thing. And I find it, again, very convenient that you would say, you know, I've done a lot of bad things, but I can't take it back. I wish I could, but I can't take it back. First off, I'm curious as to what do you consider bad things that you've done? I'm very curious about that, because you've done a lot of bad things, but I'm curious as to what do you consider bad things. That's really where we need to start. But for you to say you can't take it back, true that you can't take it back, but what you could do, and what would be a great start in the right direction, is to apologize for the bad that you've done towards other people. That would be the right thing to do. But again, it sounds good what you're saying, but it's not coming off as being genuine.
But you guys, honestly, you know, I've just been feeling like crap today. Today's been one of those days. And I keep telling myself, I hope I'm about to get my period, because last night I felt like crying. I was crying yesterday. I did a live yesterday. And it's just like, I still can't believe, like, I broke down. Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's dumb to do that on social media, but it is what it is. You know, I go through a lot, and it's hard. I just go through a lot. But anyway, I'm just going through a lot, like, still, even today. Like, I still feel like crap. And I'm trying to, like, shake it and not feel like crap, but I don't know. I just still feel like crap. Because there's just too much negativity. There's just too much. See, right now talking about it, I feel like crying. I'm not gonna cry. I just feel like crying because, you know, I get so much negativity. I get so much, and it's fine. Olivia, stop. I'm not about to cry. It's just hard, okay? It's hard to be so misunderstood. I'm just so misunderstood. That's how I feel. I'm just so misunderstood.
Wow. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I can't believe this woman is having this reaction right here. You honestly feel that you are so misunderstood. I can't understand how do you believe that? It's not like we have been, you know, getting all this information from a third party. We're watching you, Olivia. We're watching what you are doing. We're watching what you're saying. Like, we can literally see you in real time. And we see how you're moving when it comes to other people and their children, and the foul things that you're doing behind the scenes, and the things that you're doing in front of the internet. How in the world do you say people are misunderstanding you? Like, that is extremely weird to me, that you have played this role of being a menace to society. You have been a bully to pretty much everybody on this internet. You have been mean. You have just started mess with people for no reason. And then you come on here and you talk about how people are misunderstanding you. You're playing victim. You want people to shed tears alongside of you. Like, I cannot understand how you do this. There has to be a disconnect. Because I honestly don't see how you face yourself every single day and say the things you say out of your own mouth and still some kind of way cry real tears and feel as if you're the victim. That is strange. Very strange behavior.
AJ's doctor's appointment is for tomorrow, not for today. So I'm going to go get him in a little while. But yeah, I told you guys that I had to call the school. And I called the school, and I think I'll start next month, hopefully. And yeah, I'm excited about that. It's a short program, so, I do the program, I get the certificate of completion, and then I take the state test. So I think I need a Texas ID for that. So I think I have to get a Texas ID. Anyway, I wish I could tell you guys more about like what I'm really going through, because there's like so much more. But like, I just don't even want to. There's nothing. But like, for y'all to understand why I'm so like messed up right now, like, yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna like, I have to find other ways to like express myself. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching, whoever did watch this. Thank you. Love y'all.
I'm very curious as to what else is going on, because you can see how she's trying to keep it together emotionally. I think it's a combination of things. I think it's what she's alluding to that she has not really shared. But I also think it has to do with the pushback and the reality of how bad of a position she has put herself into when it comes to Jasmine and what's really going on with that. Olivia will never admit to it, but this is clearly what I see as being, she's getting back what she's dished out. For some reason, Olivia thinks that she can go full force at people. Say whatever she wants, do whatever she wants, and nothing is going to touch her. But this is what we're seeing play out. She's literally being touched, and she doesn't know how to handle it. And I find it, again, very interesting that, she definitely makes it seem like, she's untouchable, she's God's favorite, all of this foolery that she says. But it's like, girl, you are not exempt. When it comes to the principle of reaping what you sow, you're not exempt from that. And, a lot of times we see that Olivia can dish it, but she cannot take it. Everything that she's getting emotional about and, feeling as if nobody likes her and people are being so mean towards her. It's like, girl, this is what you dish out all the time towards everybody else. She never takes into consideration how other people are being affected by what she's doing to them. But she can only feel a sense of it when it's being done back to her. But she mentioned that she was going to be starting up school next month, which would be March. I don't think she mentioned what she was going to school for. If she did, y'all can let me know in the comment section, but I didn't catch that part. She said it was a short program, but I'm curious. She said that she needs a Texas state ID. Olivia, don't you have a driver's license? Why would you have to get a Texas state ID when you have a license? You can use your driver's license. So that lets me know, girl, you ain't got no driver's license. You driving with no license. But you was saying not too long ago you don't break the laws. Girl, you be breaking the law every time you driving in that car. Because one, you don't be wearing no seatbelts, and now you driving without a license. That's crazy to me. That you're putting your children in harm's way every time you get into that vehicle, because if you ain't got a driver's license, I'm pretty sure you ain't got no insurance. That's some crazy work right there, girl, because you got minor children that are trusting you to get them from point A to point B safely, and you put them in harm's way every single time you get in that car. I don't understand it. But I don't know, y'all. Like, this is sad. It's sad for the simple fact that it's taking this girl this long to come to basic conclusions. And she has family that she's supposed to be close to that ain't guiding this woman the way that she needs to be guided. I don't understand it. I don't understand her family dynamic at all. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's not adding up that they are this close-knit, loving family the way she tries to portray it is. It's just not giving that.
So I had a really good weekend, and we're not gonna cry. Okay, there's no crying. I was just crying. You guys, can you see the tears? It's because I was reading some stuff and I was going through some stuff, but I was like, let's just not do all that though, and let's just have like an actual conversation. I feel like I owe this to my platform because it's been a long time coming, and I've been on my platform for, I don't even know, I'll say like successfully since 2018. So it's been, wow, 7 years now. That's a long time. That's a long time. And a lot has gone down in 7 years. But I'm kind of living in like a full circle moment in my life, which is obviously behind the scenes. And you guys don't know about it, but obviously, but it ties in a lot to what I've gone through on this platform. Okay, I'll say that. And things in my personal life are better, so there's no reason why I'm not better on this platform. Does that make sense? And of course, you guys don't know of the things that are better. And if you did, it would make a lot more sense. But regardless, I'm better because of it.
So, in other words, all of the times you have been acting out on this internet, starting stuff with people, it was because things were not going right for you the way you wanted them to in your personal life. Because you wasn't happy with whatever situations you got going on behind the scenes, you retaliated and you picked apart other people who seemed to be happy and content in their life. Got it. I mean, this is what I've been saying about you. Misery loves company. People who are miserable with their lives, they tend to act out and want to drag other people down with them. I mean, it's classic what I've been saying. But okay. I mean, yeah, you pretty much admitted to it without probably realizing you just admitted to it.
Okay, somebody said it's not worth it. What, the stuff I've gone through? I'm not gonna look at it as if it's worth it. I think that whatever you want to do in this life, excuse me, ma'am, she's trying to take my coffee cup. Whatever you want to do in this life, things come with that, And just on social media, like whatever I've gone through has come with me being on social media. It is what it is.
Yeah, I can't just slide through that and act as if she didn't just say what she said. No, ma'am, Olivia. You're trying to make it seem like all of the pushback that you're getting came with you being on social media. No. All of the pushback you're getting came with you doing what you was doing on social media. Like, girl, you can pretend that you didn't do anything, but we live in reality. We have seen all of the stuff that you have done over the years towards people. All of it. So, had you came on here and acted like you had some sense, you may have had some people wanting to say something, or you may have had a few trolls here and there. I mean, that's with anybody, but the way that you're getting it and have been getting it over the years from many people, it's because of what you put out on here. It's the type of character you portrayed yourself to be on here. I mean, it's like, we're not going to do that. We're not going to make it seem like people are just hating on you for no reason. We're not going to make it seem like you have done nothing wrong. You have been innocent this whole time. And all of this stuff is happening to you because you chose to be on the internet. No, we're not doing that, Olivia. We're going to live in truth. Okay? If you really want to, go this direction of changing your life and changing the direction of how your life has been, you're going to have to live in some truth.
But I finally went to church, okay, because you guys, last week, it was a really hard week. And then, it was just, I had a hard couple days there for a second. Like, I had a hard couple days there. But I went to church yesterday, and oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. Like, literally, I was bawling. I want to cry. No. It was a really good experience, okay? And I was talking to somebody about we're going to keep it short. I don't want to talk about this for too long. But I was talking to the lady that I was talking to, the one who helped me get into the church. And I was telling her the stuff I was going through, and just I was getting into, depth with her about stuff. And she turns to me and she said, "Okay, I hear everything you're saying, but have you forgiven them? Have you taken up? Everything is changing. So much is going on. Have you taken the time to forgiven the people who have wronged you?" And I was like, "No." What? Forgiven them? No, I don't even know half these people who have tried to hurt me on social media. And, right now we're talking about social media because I'm on social media. This is a platform that I'm on, okay? But I was like, no, the heck, I haven't. Why would I forgive them? They've done things unprovoked to me for no reason, and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, the first step for healing and for getting through something is you have to forgive the people who have wronged you or tried to wrong you, tried to come against you. And it's very true. It is very true, how can I expect to move forward without like fixing this thing right here? Like, it's like a ball of energy, and it's so negative, and it's so ugly, and it's so destructive, and it's so nasty, and I just keep feeding into it, and it keeps feeding back into me, and it's just like an ongoing thing.
Olivia, do you realize that you're not feeding into this ball of energy that's coming from social media? The energy that you're feeding into is the spirit that lies within you. You are everything that you just said represents that ball of energy. Everything. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this to tell you the truth. Everything you just outlined here that represents this ball of energy, it is you. You have been nasty to people. You have been ugly to people. You have been so negative to people. And you have been destructive, not even in your own life, but in the lives of other people. You're making it seem like this ball of energy is solely coming from this sector and you're feeding into it. No. This ball of energy resides within you, Olivia. Within you. And I'm trying my hardest to be patient right here in what I'm saying, because I'm very much annoyed by the fact that you said that you went to church and you spoke in depth with a woman about what you were going through, and her response to you was that you needed to forgive. What bothers me about this is the fact that I know you presented yourself to that woman as the victim. You did not show up in that conversation being humble and being truthful. I guarantee you her response would have been completely different had you told her the truth about what it is you have been doing on this social media. Because if you had came to me in that church, I would have told you exactly what I've been telling you here. You don't like to hear the truth about yourself, which is why you always play victim, Olivia. Which is why you never have any accountability for yourself and for the actions that you choose to make. You keep talking about change, change, change. But you will never change, Olivia, until you tell the truth. And you first have to tell the truth to yourself. Otherwise, you're going to continue to repeat the same destructive cycle. I don't get you. And I don't like the timing of this either. I'm all for people having a come to Jesus moment. I'm all for it. But what you're not going to do is hide behind it. Don't hide behind the church. Don't hide behind God and religion. Don't do that. And it's the timing that is really making me feel a certain way, Olivia. Because you was just on here 2.5 seconds ago, dragging people, making fun of how people look, still throwing out false allegations that you have no proof of, doing some real shady stuff. And now you're having a come to Jesus moment. When you are scheduled to appear in court soon. See, I don't like that at all. I don't like when people use God as a way to try to shut people up. Like, I'm not supposed to say anything now because now you're saying you're going to church. I'm not supposed to say this because, well, she's talking about God. No. That's where a lot of people got it wrong. See, people become afraid of speaking truth when it has to deal with God and the church and all of this stuff. No. I'm not going to tiptoe around anything, especially when it comes to this. Because the truth is the truth. Just like you got some shady pastors out here. Oh, I'm not going to not say what it is just because they're a pastor. Are you for real? I'm not going to sit here and not say what it is I'm discerning. And what I'm discerning in this situation is you're not being genuine. Because if you're really about what you're saying, Olivia, you will come all the way clean. You're talking about you have to forgive those that have hurt you. What about you apologizing to those that you have hurt? What about that? What about how you called me a punk bee? You've called me a weirdo. And it's like, girl, I haven't disrespected you. I've told the truth about you. If you lie, what does that make you? A liar. If I see that you are always bullying people and harassing people and talking about people, that makes you a bully. I haven't said anything about you that ain't true. I haven't called you out your name. I haven't spoke filth on you. But you try to do that with me. Why? Because you don't like to hear the truth that I speak about you. You are no different than anybody else. If I see somebody else doing the exact same stuff that you're doing, I would have spoken on them as well. You are very disrespectful towards people that you don't like who is speaking truth about you. And I am very much offended. So are you going to apologize to me for offending me? I'm sure you won't. But see, when you truly have seen the light, if you will, when God truly is dealing with your heart and he's dealing with you, he will have you step outside of what is comfortable. See, you got a lot of pride about yourself. It's hard for you to apologize and admit when you're wrong. You do it when it's convenient, but you pick and choose how you do it. See, when you really are moving with the Spirit of God, that won't even be an issue. It won't even be an issue for you to say, I'm sorry. And I'm not talking about just broadly saying it. I'm talking about addressing the people that you have hurt, that you have offended. Regardless, if they have apologized to you, you will still want to apologize to get that off your conscience. See, it's a lot about this walk that I understand. And I can tell when somebody is genuine in wanting to change their life. And I can tell when somebody's playing around. And you haven't convinced me otherwise. And I'm not saying you have to. But just for the sake of me commentating on you, I don't feel it's genuine. And I have every right to judge that. Because let me say this too. I get so tired of people saying, you're not supposed to judge. You're not supposed to judge. Like, who said that? That's what you say. My Bible don't tell me that. My Bible tells me that I can judge righteously. That means if I'm living my life according to the standard that was outlined in that Bible, anything that goes against that standard, I can judge it. Oh, yes, I can. That's the mandate. If God says something is wrong, it's wrong. And if I see something that goes outside of God's character, it ain't right. I can judge that because I'm judging it according to the Word of God. So please miss me with that whole, you're not supposed to judge. No, the Bible clearly says that we are to judge righteously. See, you got to know what's in that Bible before you try telling somebody what they shouldn't and should be doing. I see a lot of people on here playing with God, and I don't like it. Not one bit. But Olivia, for your sake, I hope you're not playing with God. I hope you going to church is truly you wanting to get your life together. And not you trying to just solely soften your image because you've done so much dirt on this internet. And because of this court case that's coming around the corner, I hope this is not why you're making this convenient move. Because it is very convenient. The timing is. I can't be oblivious to that. Like I said, I pay attention to everything. But for your sake, I hope you're not playing. I really do.
And it's like, I have to take this ball and I have to like crush it. Like I have to get rid of it in order for me, myself, not anybody else. People can do whatever they want to do and they're going to. But for me to move forward on social media, just giving out the love and the light that I intend to give, it doesn't always come across that way. It's the truth. The more you feed into something, the bigger it gets. The bigger it gets. The bigger it gets. And over the years, I fed into the negativity. I did. I'm not going to say I'm normal because that's not normal. I'm me. And that's what I did. Okay. But I don't want to do that anymore, regardless of who tries to do whatever they try to do to me. That's their problem. That's their issues. That's something that they have to live with and work through. And it has absolutely oh, here's my card. What the heck? I was looking for you. What a person does to you, says about you, has absolutely nothing to do with you. How you react to it, what you say, how you treat people moving forward, that is what what speaks volumes about who you are as a person. And I've told you guys this before, you know, the reason I do things and then I come back and I have remorse in my heart is because that is the baseline of who I am. I am a remorseful, empathetic, loving person. But a lot of this negativity, it makes me very, very deep down. Like, it's kind of like turned my heart black in a sense. Like, it's turned me so cold against the internet. And like, where this was once fun, a creative space, a fun thing for me to do, it turned into, you know, a hurtful, hateful place.
I feel like Olivia at this point is, it's like I hear what she's saying, but it's almost like she's trying to convince the audience first off, but she's really trying to convince herself that she's not a bad person, because I feel that whoever you come back to, meaning your core, that is who you are. The fact that you continue to go to that dark place, Olivia, shows that that is at your core. That is who you are. Now, are there parts of yourself that is like seeing the outcome, and maybe you are having little moments where you don't want to be that way anymore? That may be true. But what you continue to show yourself as is usually your core being. Some people act out of character and then they reel it back in because that's not who they are at the core. They just allow somebody to take them out of character for a moment. But when it comes to you, we see more negativity than we do the softer side of you, Olivia. And that lets me know that the negativity that we see, that is your core base. And see, again, you're saying these things and your audience is probably not even paying attention to what you're saying. They're just on the surface level with you and they're just taking it all in, not really putting two and two together. But see, when I listen to you, I can't listen to you surface level because I'm really trying to get an understanding as to who you are. And I just feel that even in what you just said right here, you're really not being honest with yourself. I believe you truly want to believe that you are a good person. But see, the reality is there are some good people out here and there are some bad people out here. And the fact that you keep trying to make it seem as if you're feeding into the negativity, you may do that to some extent. But for the majority of what we're saying, for what we're seeing here, it's really not you feeding into anything when it comes to social media or this sector. You're just being who you are. There's a difference. And that's something that you need to come to terms with. Like, you really need to come to terms with that because that is the only way you're going to even be able to get on the path to changing that about yourself. There's some serious things going on here. I've never met a person in my life that was as dark as you. You're a very dark person. And like I said, you have moments where you show a softer side of you, but that ain't what we see all the time. And I truly believe a lot of what we see is because of how unfulfilled and how unsatisfied you are in your real life. And it bothers you when you see other people that you feel you are better than are doing better than you. It bothers you deeply. So I'm not buying into this place that you're saying you're at right now, because there's too many things that I'm hearing you say that is not speaking to a place of vulnerability and accountability. I'm not hearing that from you at all.
Okay. What happened? You want another chip? And that's important to me because I have to go back to the first reason why I even started doing this. I started doing social media because I like to do it. It was an expressive thing for me. It was a fun thing for me, and it just turned out that I was really freaking good at it. So that was just a bonus. You know what I mean? But what happened? It was very, very emotional, and it was so good. I had so much fun. I think AJ enjoyed it. It was just so positive, you know, in such a dark time. It was so positive and uplifting to be around good people with the same interests, you know, and that's the Lord. And let me read your comments.
I mean, I just think it's strange that Olivia is trying to speak about how she was, you know, dealing with this dark time in her life. And it's like, girl, you're the one who brought the darkness into this whole situation. It's like she's trying to make it seem like she had to escape to church to get away from the darkness. And girl, you brought the darkness. You literally brought the darkness with you and just threw it onto everybody that you could think of. And now you want to try to act like you have just been going through this tragic situation and you just had to, you know, find a place of refuge to get away from the darkness. Like, girl, all anybody have to do is just rewind and look at all the videos that's been coming out of you literally crashing out, you dragging people left and right for why? Only you know. Dragging innocent children, why? Only you know that too. Like, this is unbelievable.
No, I don't agree with you, Lynn. I'm going to have to disagree with you. I'm sorry. I can take full responsibility in every single part that I've played, but as far as saying that nobody played a part back, that's straight gaslighting. That's what that is. And we're not going to do that. But yes, I've played a part in the negativity, and that's what I'm taking responsibility for, and that's what I always will take responsibility for my doing. But at the same time, we're not going to act like, what happened? You fell over, Mommy. Here, Mommy going to give you this, okay? You want my fan? Ooh, my fan. But not acknowledging other people's hurt and pain that they've contributed to the pot is straight delusion and gaslighting. And we're not going to do that.
But I'm still trying to figure out, when did you actually acknowledge the fact that you did contribute to the darkness that you are saying is something that you're trying to get away from? What have you acknowledged on your behalf? Since you say you always, you know, acknowledge the part that you play, what have you acknowledged? The only thing I can recall recently, you just said in the video I just showed, you said, I apologize if I offended anybody. That's not acknowledging. That's like a very broad way of, you know, just trying to say something without really saying anything. Really taking accountability, Olivia, is addressing people by name that you know you have offended, that you have hurt, that you have affected in some type of way. You haven't done that. So that person who said what they said was not gaslighting you. That ain't what they was doing. They was holding a mirror up to you, because this whole time you've been trying to make it seem like people have been coming towards you. You've been trying to make it seem like it's the energy from the people in this sector that you've been trying to run away from. You're not admitting to the fact that multiple times over the years, you have come on your channel and have put people's names in your mouth for no reason. You did it just to do it. You did it because you wanted to get your views up. You did it because you wanted to, you know, earn some cash. Like, let's keep it a buck. You're being very disingenuous, and you're trying to gaslight by saying people are gaslighting you. Like, girl.
Because then that leaves me in a space of really thinking, or really just, it's just not reality. It's an alternate reality, and it's not the truth. You know what I mean? So we're going to base things off the truth. And the truth is everybody played a part in the negativity that I have become. Everybody, very much including myself.
Oh, wow. So you're blaming the people for why you are the way you are. It's everybody's fault as to why you choose. Because here's the thing, Olivia, that cannot fly over here, because you have a choice, ma'am. Can't nobody force you, make you conform, or become anything that you don't want to be. You have a choice in your reaction, in how you choose to respond, how you choose to show up. That's crazy to me, that you're trying to blame this sector for you being the way that you are. That's crazy to me. You have a choice, Olivia. And from what I can recall, you have shown multiple times that you enjoy being this way. You enjoyed it. You are the one who called yourself the villain. You are the one who admitted to the fact that you are a bully. You called yourself the big bad wolf. Those are the names that you gave yourself and that you admitted to. You are the one who told your supporters to come up with an alter ego name for your evil side. That was you. But you want to blame the people? You want to blame the viewers and the reactors in this sector for you being who you are? That's crazy to me. I reject that. I reject that wholeheartedly.
You know? But, well, not everybody, but, you know, the people who have been negative played a part in it. So it is what it is, and that's fine. Like I said, nobody has to come up here and say, Olivia, I'm sorry, I did this and this. No, not at all. People realize things on their own time, and maybe some people will never realize it and always think that they're justified in the actions that they take. You know what I mean? But for me, in order for my growth, I have to take responsibility for my own actions so I could do better. You know, that's all there is to it. I mean, you can sit there and play delusion all you want, but it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you to the next phase of your life. And that's just all there is to it. But as far as like personal issues off of this platform, I'm talking about my issues with my platform. And that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about anything off of the internet or anything in real life or anything like that. You know, if that stuff will get handled how that stuff needs to get handled off the internet. You know what I mean? The way that everything should have stayed in the beginning, off of the internet.
I'm curious as to what she's talking about. She said what's going on in her personal life that should have, you know, been dealt with off the internet and should have been off the internet. Like, I'm confused. Because what other personal stuff she got going on that is on the internet that shouldn't have been on the internet, other than what's going on with her and Gerard in the custody case and child support? Is that what she's talking about? Y'all let me know.
I've said this lots of times before, you guys. Like, my platform is not for, it's not intended to spew negativity. That was never the intention. That's not why I got on here. That's not, even now, like, even with the negativity that I've brought, I still am not sitting here like, yes, we're just going to continue with the negativity. No. You know, another thing we went over in church yesterday, which, oh my gosh, you guys, the way that the pastor said this, I was like, oh my God, like, what? Like, oh my gosh. Even thinking about it, like, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, how can we be as great as an energy as him? Like, how could we ever be as amazing as him? Like, the sacrifice and the love, oof, that must have took a lot. That must have took a lot, honey. And I'm starting to read the Bible now. Like I've started, but I'm not like a pro at it. I don't know my proverbs. I don't know this and that. I don't know everything by heart. Like I'm sure a lot of you guys do. But that's why when the pastor was saying all this, I was just like, oh my gosh, is this like for real? How can we demonstrate love if every single time we're met with negativity, we give negativity back? And then they said something like, do you think when negativity or pain or anything was brought to God, like do you think that he met people? Here you go. You have to say more, girl. More. I'm gonna wipe you off. If you want me to pick you up, I gotta wipe you off. And I know you don't want me to wipe you off. I don't. What's up with kids not liking to wipe their face and their nose and their? She's like, don't touch my face. How can you demonstrate love if you're always fighting fire with fire? In a sense, I'm gonna say that. What did she say? She said, when God met people, or when he came in contact with people, do you think that he ever spit fire back at fire? Like, no, he showed people nothing but love. Ugh, I don't want to cry. He showed people nothing but love. And as a matter of fact, when he would wash people's feet, and I was like, what? Like the love.
Do y'all know? Well, I know y'all don't know, but I'll just share. The reason why I named my channel OneLove is because God is love, and there is only one true God. Hence, OneLove. Everything I do, I try to do with that in mind. I try to walk with God in everything I do. I try to keep him first in everything in my life. I seek him out in everything. I really try to model my life in a way that is pleasing to him. Olivia, I hope that you actually start reading the book of Proverbs, because the book of Proverbs is a book of wisdom, and it will definitely give you some very profound understanding as to where you are in your life. Proverbs, really the whole Bible, but Proverbs is so relatable to where you can find yourself in life. It's very true. But everything that God did for us, it warrants so much respect, which is why I don't like when I see people playing with God, because I respect him too much. And this is another reason why I try to carry myself in a way where I am unbiased in my viewpoint, in my commentary, in the things that I say, because I always try to stand on the side of what is right and what is truth. I just believe, Olivia, that with what you're sharing, I mean, obviously you're a beginner and there's nothing wrong with that, but I was under the impression that you knew God and that was something that was kind of instilled in you from your mom. But I'm really seeing that you really didn't have a foundation, which says a lot. And I hope you do stay in church. I do. For the right reasons. Only for the right reasons. Because if you're playing, you're not going to get anything from it at all.
The love. The sacrifice that it takes to show that love. And another thing is, what did she say? She said that your feelings are valid, but your feelings can lead you astray. Meaning, like, don't always act out on your feelings, because your feelings are temporary. Your feelings your feelings can lead you astray. And yeah, it's just, that's how I feel like I've done myself, I always acted out. I'm a Cancer. Not like that matters, but I'm a very, like, emotional person. I'm gonna pick you up, but I want to wipe your nose first. I'm sorry. Okay, you want to say hi? You want to say hi to people? Hold on, I gotta wipe that nose first. Okay, let me wipe the nose. Anyway, it was a great experience.
I mean, yeah, I've actually spoken on this before myself about how, you should not lead with your emotions because your emotions are all over the place. 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're sad. And that's why the Bible says that, the heart is deceitfully wicked. Who can know it? And, when people say follow your heart, no, you don't follow your heart because your heart is deceitfully wicked. You have to follow God in all things. That's really the only way you're going to stay the course because he will lead you in the correct way and on the correct path that you're supposed to be on. Whether y'all believe it or not, we all have a purpose. You were not created just by a mistake. No one's here by mistake. Everybody that is alive in this earth is here for a purpose. And, I just feel like even what Olivia just said, she said, she's a Cancer. According to astrology, my birthday also falls into the Cancer zodiac. But I don't follow astrology. I don't believe that my life is supposed to mirror what the zodiac sign says I'm supposed to be. I get the foundation of each sign. I do get that. But when you take on the Spirit of God, you're no longer bound under that astrology sign, if you will. Now, people who are not saved and not born again, they fall under that zodiac sign. But just because you're a Cancer doesn't mean that gives you an excuse to be erratic in your emotions. And I think it is kind of funny, Olivia, because you said you love Cancers, but girl, I'm a Cancer and you really don't like me, huh? But again, it's cool. I get the fact that when you are a person that has a hard time facing truth, it can be difficult. It's hard to hear truth about yourself. Trust me, I get it. But you have to want change more than you want to save face. You should want to do the work, get it over with, so you can come out on the other side healed and whole. And when you get to a place where you're constantly hitting rock bottom, at some point, you should get tired of being tired. And, I did what I had to do the work so I could come out on the other side. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. There are still things that I work on. But a lot of the trauma that I went through in my childhood, I don't deal with that trauma anymore because I went through the process and I did the work. And so a lot of times when I'm saying certain things, I'm coming from a place of understanding what it is because I had to walk that myself. Now, everybody's traumas is different because everybody went through, things differently. But trauma is trauma. And when you go through things as a child, it really can do a number on you. It really can, especially if you don't have the proper guidance that was set in place to help you through that while you were still going through it at that time. When you become an adult and you're trying to weed through all that mess, it's very difficult. It's extremely difficult. But you want to do the work because you don't want that to pass on to your children. Because I'm telling you, when you don't deal with what you need to deal with, you put that on your children to have to go through it and deal with it. And that was my motivator in doing the work because I did not want my children to have to suffer because I wasn't willing to do the work. So, y'all, I'm going to end it here. Y'all let me know what y'all are thinking in the comment section below. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. It's OneLove, and I'm out.